We need Greenland for national security, not for minerals.
US President Donald Trump's fixation for Greenland has stirred controversy and tension not only among Danish and Greenlanders, but has raised concern over the existence of Nato. Trump's renewed interest in Greenland following the dethroning and capture of Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro has forced the nation in the Arctic region to think seriously about the US president's need. Trump and his administration are now mulling options, if needed even militarily, to annex Greenland.
We need Greenland for national security, not for minerals. We have so many sites for minerals and oil and everything. We have more oil than any other country in the world. We need Greenland for national security. And if you take a look at Greenland, you look up and down the coast, you have Russian and Chinese ships all over the place. We need it for national security. We have to have it.
Prime Minister of Denmark, Mette Frederiksen, said both Denmark and Greenland are NATO members, and if US attacks a member nation, then the principles of the alliance and the security of its members will be at stake.
Firstly, I believe that the American president should be taken seriously when he says that he wants Greenland. But I also want to make it clear that if the United States chooses to attack another NATO country militarily, then everything stops. That is, including our NATO and thus the security that has been provided since the end of the Second World War.
My thought about Trump just wanting to take over Greenland is absurd. And I think he's the archetype of greed, and we need to push back and let him know that this is not for him. And it's just madness.
In the face of threat against a European nation and a NATO ally, 7 European countries have reaffirmed in a joint statement that Greenland belongs to its people, stressing that issues concerning Denmark and Greenland must be decided solely by Denmark and Greenland.
Żaden członek Paktu Północnoatlantyckiego nie powinien.
No member of NATO should attack or threaten another member of NATO. Otherwise, it would lose its meaning if conflict or aggressive actions occurred within the alliance.
Gdyby w obrębie tego paktu dochodziło do konfliktu czy wzajemnych agresywnych kroków.
Zu Grönland kann ich.
And as far as Greenland is concerned, I can only say that Greenland, like the Faroe Islands, is part of the Danish kingdom. And since Denmark is a member of NATO, Greenland will in principle have to be defended by NATO. And if there are further requirements to strengthen defense efforts with regard to Greenland, then we will have to discuss this together within the framework of the alliance.
Bezüglich Grönlands zu verstärken, dann werden wir das im Rahmen der Allianz miteinander zu besprechen haben.
The US attack on Venezuela and the subsequent capture of the head of the state did not have any congressional approval. While Republicans feigned ignorance about Trump's next ambition, Democrats say the president's aim to include Greenland as a part of US will go against the basic principle on which NATO was founded.
Well, I'm going to go by what the president says, and it didn't come up in his meeting with us today, and he and I haven't had a discussion about it, so I don't know. I think Greenland is viewed by a lot of people as something that would be a strategic positioning for the U.S. I don't know how it develops from there.
Really, does anyone really think that NATO would still exist if America violated the territorial integrity of a NATO ally? That's totally counter to the whole concept of NATO. I think it's very dangerous kind of language. And, I know the president doesn't like the leadership of Colombia or Mexico, but both of those leaders were elected by their own population. So I think, again, there's got to be some red lines here someplace.
Greenland, located in the Arctic, is more to home than 56,000 people. It's an autonomous territory of Denmark and is strategically located between US, Europe and Russia. Rich in natural resources like gas and oil, rare earth metals, it will give United States an upper hand over China, which presently is the world's largest producer and processor of rare earth minerals, controlling over 69% of global production and 90% of refining capacity. With changes in climate and the melting of Arctic ice, accessibility to the northern shipping routes throughout the year will become more important.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.